Evening peeps, evening, welcome back to the channel. We are back live tonight with more ring calf action for you guys. So 3 lap races live from Nurburgring Nordshliefe in GR3 class cars only. Sorry, it's not BOP, it's 750 pp is the power limit you're allowed, which does mean you are allowed to do a little bit of tuning. Unfortunately, if you don't get it right, it leaves you in the dust on some of the certain sections of this track. But we are back tonight for another evening of ring calf. So let's get ourselves in. Stickers still available, people. Hit me up, darksmoker@googlemail.com. Let me know if you want any of those. Dukes, evening bro, how you doing? I don't know what that little symbol means. Top fan, that's what that means. Awesome. Right. Oh, why have I clicked that? No more t-shirts. I don't know why I've clicked that. T-shirts are gone. Stickers only. Stickers only, people. Hit me up, darksmoker@googlemail.com. Evening. How are we all doing? So if you missed it last week, we were away. Myself, DIA 3SP Mart and Ace Killer were all over in Wales with downhill mountain bikes, throwing ourselves down the side of Welsh mountains. All came back unscathed. Amazingly. Bit of fun as well. Good giggle. Right, so we are still in practice mode at the minute. Let me remember to turn the sound on, otherwise you lot can't hear a damn thing. And you'll have to let me know once the race starts whether the sounds are coming through okay, car versus me versus car, that sort of thing. Just because I've had to faff with my PC and had to take out my mic and my headphones, and hopefully it hasn't altered any of the sound settings, but you never know. This software does seem to change things up all on its own for some reason. Let me just put that on. Come on, where's the button? Why won't you work? There it is. So just around the corner from first race of the evening. So 3 lap races here at Nordschleife. Just about to get this one underway. What have we got? Just eight drivers in the lobby at the minute. The Germans saying it's sort of holiday mode at the minute, so obviously same within Britain. You know, summer holidays, a lot of people not able to make the racing. We'll see. But here we go. 8 people on the grid for race 1. Slightly dark as well. So 3 lap races here, different strategies are employed. You can risk it and go hards and fuel safe for 3 laps. Some drivers might opt to do the mediums for the first 2 laps and then softs for the last, or do softs at the start and mediums for the second 2 laps. We'll see. Lights on and held for an awful long time. False start at the front there by DIA 3SP Mart. He did manage to get away pretty cleanly though. I don't know why we look at the Singularis. Managed to get away with that one, so he does get himself away then into first. Vectra holds second. Ooh, Roadrunner pushing it a little bit wide through there, stays on track though in third. Ace Killer fourth, Jesus in 5th. We've got Alphaman at 36 in 6th place, Singularis in 7th, and Vit having a mare already, loads of front end damage. And again he's into the wall. No, oh, we might be this might be a driver leaving the lobby. We'll see what happens. Martin, what's he on? So he's on soft for the start of the race. That will probably mean he will be in at the end of this lap to get those changed. They They will be pretty worn by the end of this one. Vectra has gone for the softs as well, so probably in at the end of this lap. Again, you can risk it and try and opt for 2 laps, but it does mean your tyres are absolutely blown out by the time you actually get round to the pits at the end of lap 2. And it could cost you all sorts of problems and time and stuff. Oh, battle here for second then. Oh, Roadrunner gets picked up, sent into the wall. Not sure what happened there, coming around the corner a little bit quick. I'm not sure whether he cut across the nose of somebody, but somebody else was trying to get back onto his line, but he ended up being spun around there. So Mars then on those soft tyres, way out front at the minute, 3.2 seconds. Ace Killer now through to second then, got his way past Vectra. 2 BMW teammates, first and second. Vectra also on that soft tyre strategy. Jesus, Media on the soft tyre strategy as well. Medium's on for Singularis, so probably going to see him do 2 laps before he comes in the pits. Halfman on the hards. Oh, tricky. Unfortunately, that's the problem with the hards. Just honestly not anywhere near as grippy. Picks up half a second penalty, but if he can do the right bit of fuel saving, it won't help if he's having to put himself the right direction on track every now and then. But if he can do enough fuel saving, he can do the full 3 laps on a set of hards. But it is hard work. Roadrunner then getting himself back up to speed. Damage on board. Yeah, so damage is on hard then. That does mean a trip to the pits to repair. Unfortunately, these are massively long laps. Well, they've not gained any more time now. Ace Killer's behind him. That gap staying at 3.2 seconds then between the 2 BMW drivers up front. We have lost a driver. Alfman has left the room. Oh, who's that in the background? That is Jesus Media getting it all wrong round there. He's on the hunt for Vectra. Just carried way too much speed around that turn. Put that Porsche into the wall. No damage on board. He's managed to get away with that one. Singularis chasing him down in that Mercedes on those medium tyres for stint 1. Runner then. On the softs, but still holding that damage, as is Witty 03. Oh, he's got rear end damage as well. He's only got one more wheel to actually damage and then smash his engine up. Everything else is already damaged on Witty's car, unfortunately. Okay, so slight gains up front then. 4 seconds now between Mart and Ace Killer. Little mistake then by Ace Killer, set in somewhere. Slowed him down a little bit. Pulled way ahead of Vectra though, 2.8 seconds ahead of him already. Let's get on board with a bit of Jesus. Chase cam while he hunts down Vectra. So Porsche versus Porsche. Vectra a little deep through that turn, allows Jesus to close up on him through there. Stays the same through that little complex. Oh, Vectra runs himself off track, has to stick the brakes on. That allows Jesus to get a little bit closer. Difficult part of the track to overtake. Again, not quite catching those apexes, Vectra. Jesus, just nowhere for him to look for an overtake at the minute. Getting totally the wrong part of the circuit. He's still making his way past Vectra ASAP though. Oh, he goes deep through there. You can see how much Jesus closed up on him. Just again, nowhere to go through these particular set of corners unless you're right on the tail of them. To that Dottinger straight though, big opportunities for overtakes on that one. Chase on here then. If he stays in this position, should be good for the overtake. Coming onto the Dottinger again, carries good speed through there, not quite able to get past him before this corner, lovingly known as the Lamb Shank. Almost catching Vectra out there. What is it? Just 0.4 of a second behind. Won't take him long to close that gap back up. Daniels joined the room, hopefully stops around. Again, unfortunately, with the nature of these races, a lot of drivers see that they're only halfway through and jump out and find something else rather than waiting. Closing up then for Jesus. Makes that look pretty easy. Using that slipstream, Vectra slots himself back into the slipstream of Jesus. Still helps him being dragged along this straight. These two a long way behind a pair of BMWs up front then. Oh, okay, marked, not opting for. Oh, okay, we changed the tyre wear levels or something, have we? How are we able to do 2 laps on a set of softs tonight? Ace Killer stays out as well. Jesus stays out. Vectra with that little bit of rear end damage stays out. Okay, mediums. Plenty of life left on those. Singularis not too far behind Vectra either, just 3.4 seconds. He's within sighting distance of him at least. You can see him around some of these turns. Roadrunner has come in the pits though to get that damage repaired. Probably stick a fresh set of boots on as well. And we're more than likely going to see Whitty come in as well. He ought to with all that damage. His pit crew are going to wonder what the hell he's been up to. So Mark then at 5.3 seconds lead out front. Plenty of fuel on to finish this lap for sure, as has Ace Killer. Now 7.5 seconds ahead of Jesus Media, the 2 BMWs. Keep an eye on that one. Don't know whether he'll be able to close that gap down in the next 1 3/4 laps. Vectra falls off the back of Jesus as well now, so no slipstream for him. Singularis still 3.2 seconds behind. Does look like he's closing a little bit though. Vectra just got to be a little bit careful. Those, oh, there he is. Oh, he's made a mistake into the hairpin. Look at the gap now between Vectra and Singularis. And those soft tyres should be working, should still be hooking up on Vectra's car. Maybe just the odd mistake coming into corners that's slowing him down, not quite catching the right apex or at the right time. See Singularis, even though he's on the slower medium tyre, keeping himself well within touch of Vectra in front. Chase on again then. Unfortunately it's Vectra again that's the hunted car. Gives a wheel on the grass through there, catch it out again. Yeah, you see just little mistakes like that. Not quite, oh no, not quite catching the apex, missed him. Not quite catching the apex, running long into that corner, obviously not able to turn it in. Singularis, who doesn't hit the racing line, just swoops by him as he sticks himself on the grass. So more damage on the front for Vectra now then. Oh, nearly gets it wrong through there as well. Roadrunner back out the pits, car repaired, fresh set of softs on for him. Whitty stays out with all the damage, not even bothering. Drifting it through there for race leader DIA 3SP Mart. Ace Killer not quite as exuberant through there. Oh, then lighting the rears up coming out of that turn. Again, surprised. Have we must have changed settings somewhere. We must have. Ace Killer 5.9 seconds back. In fact, Ace Killer's tyres squealing away. He's got a little bit more wear on his tyres than race leader Mart. Might be slowing him down a little bit. He is staying. Oh, again, warm softs. Just starting to try and kill these drivers at the minute. Jesus then up towards the carousel. Singularis into that 4th position with Vectra throwing himself onto the grass. 9.8 seconds behind Jesus though, a long way back. Vectra, oh no, we've caught him again. Vectra, no. Got to smash that front wheel. No, he missed it. He's got 1 more wheel to damage, just like Whitty. Oh, he's got 2 more wheels to damage. Oh, Whitty's beating you, Vectra. Now then, what can Roadrunner do? Soft tyres on board, plenty of fuel. He should be able to run the rest of this race. Won't have to stop, obviously he's been in. He is 1 minute 20 behind race leader, 47 seconds behind Vectra. Again, that will all change once at the end of this lap when they all come in the pits. Again, Whitty decided not to stop at all on those hard tyres. He will have to come in for fuel, I think, at the end of this one. So the drivers on that soft tyre are going to have to start thinking about turns. You know, obviously they can't carry as much speed into some of these turns. Can't put the power down quite as early coming out of the leader. Just have to keep that in mind when they're driving at these speeds. It's such a familiar circuit as well. These guys drive it every week. They probably practice multiple times during the week as well. Obviously, when your tyres are nice and fresh, you know what sort of speed you can hit the turns. But let that slip just a little bit, it can mean disaster. Good so far though, the two BMWs. Jesus still holding his own in third. 8 seconds behind Ace Killer. Now 11 seconds ahead of Singularis on those mediums. Now then, is Singularis, is he going for the fuel save and the medium tyres? The medium tyres will definitely do another lap after this one. And it looks like he might have enough fuel on to do all 3 laps here, especially versus these drivers up from here, literally out of fuel. Mark comes in the pits now then. Tyres and fuel for him. Ace Killer, same deal, tyres and fuel. Jesus Media will follow him in. Have a look at his livery when he comes back out actually. Singularis then coming up towards Animal Garden. He's going to bypass straight past the pits, this man. See you later. And he's going to lead us out for the final lap of race 1 here. It's just stick with him and we'll see what sort of time, what sort of lead he's got versus the drivers who've just stopped when they start coming out of the pits. Mark just being released now then. What is the gap? 13, still staying stationary at the minutes. 13.5 seconds is what it looks like. Now Mart, a fresh set of soft tyres, just enough fuel to finish the race. Can absolutely stop this one. We'll start to see that time fall pretty quickly. Ace Killer out as well, soft tyres on board, enough fuel to finish. Same for Jesus. Actually made up a little bit of time on Ace Killer in that fuel stop. He had a little bit more fuel on board when he came in, so the gap down from 8 seconds to 6.6. Roadrunner comes past then, stopped early on to get the, did he? Yeah, he stopped in that one to get damage repaired. Vectra in now then, he also gets released. So we just catch up with Whitty. He's not had the best of races in race 1. Porsche tried to kill him a few times. So back to race lead then. Singularis that time already dropped down to 11.3 seconds. So just in the time we've been flicking through the crowd, 2 seconds down. Soft tyres coming into play then. Now the Singularis is probably still fuel saving, so he won't be getting full speed, full power, maximum revs, that sort of thing out of the Mercedes. Whereas Mart, how much fuel have we got? Just over a quarter of a tank on board for Singularis. Whereas Mart has got that tank just between the halfway point and the quarter of the tank mark. Plenty of fuel on for him then to press. Not fuel saving at all. That time drops again down to 10.2 seconds. Ace Killer still 6.2 seconds behind him. Jesus 7.6, so lost a little bit of time to Ace Killer then to the pits. Roadrunner fairway back 24.5 seconds. It's clear behind as well, 17.9 seconds back to Vectra, so these boys just got to keep it out of the walls. That should be good. Whitty into the pits this lap as well. fuel going on. Not even bothered with tyres or repairs. Just get that fuel in, get me back out, is what he's saying. So it's not going to be long before we can see the headlights of DIA 3SP Mart in the distance. Still, oh, there they are, just coming around that turn. 8 seconds the gap currently. It's only going to fall. The fuel saving with the race leader and the slightly worn tyres. Can't quite see his headlights at the moment. How strategic is Singularis being? Is he giving it full beans? You know, is he opening the power back up on the straights, or is he just keeping it at one set rate? You know, obviously not. You don't need full revs around some of the turns and things like that, but you do want it on the straights. Gap down to 7.5 seconds. You can just see the headlights lighting up the Armaco. A couple of corners behind Singularis here then. 7.4 seconds to gap. Where is he? Still can't see him. Let's jump on board with him, see if we can see a hint of Singularis in front. Got a push Omar. He's running out of corners to close that gap down on Singularis in front. Still no sign of him. 6.3 seconds to gap. Singularis then holding his own at the minute. Oh, just catch him running a little bit wide through there. That's going to slow him down a tiny bit. Maybe a little bit deep through there as well. So pushing hard then Singularis at the end. 5 seconds the gap has fallen to. Corners to go then. What's the top speed going to be like on this back straight for Singularis in the Mercedes? Versus Mart with his fully opened up BMW. Oh, his fuel not looking too great at the minute. I think he's still got plenty left to go for the rest of this race. But I think Singularis might be able to open the taps on this back straight as well here. Gap down to 4 seconds then. Mart really pushing, trying to close that gap. Singularis obviously doing the best he can on those worn tyres to stay ahead. And they are both in shot now then. The Singularis through the lamp shank. Mart following up the hill. No slipstream for him. It's all about power coming out of this corner. 2.9. Is it going to be enough? 169, 170, 172, 173. Very similar in terms of top speed. Gap down to 2.6 seconds. This is going to be a run to the line for these two. Seconds as you run up the hill. Looking good for Singularis though. He's got plenty of time in front. Which camera angle are you going to give me coming out of the corner? There is then Singularis round the final turn, just in front of Mart. 1.5 seconds the lead in the end. It's a good chase by Mart, but not to be in race 1. Takes second. Jesus comes home in third then. Oh, he beats Ace Killer. Does he? Does he? Absolute drag race to the line here. It is going to be the Porsche that takes the win. What happened to Ace Killer? He's got a little bit of front end damage. Been in a wall somewhere, I think. Roadrunner up the hill then. Just see the sparks being kicked up. He's going to come home in 5th. Oh, with a great big dent on the front of his car. A huge, great V shape from that barrier. You better get that repaired before the end of the race, before the start of the next race, sorry. Roadrunner then taking 5th. Vectra up to the Dottinger then. He will come home in 6th. Started 2nd Vectra, but the Porsche decided it didn't like him and Nordshliefe, so we put him in the wall a couple of times. And that last corner then comes home for 6th position then Vectra. And we'll just wait for Whitty. Unfortunately, I don't even know if we're going to get to see Whitty cross the line. He's 2 minutes and 22 seconds behind, so but fair play to him. I'll give him his due. A lot of drivers would have dipped out after lap 1. You know, all this damage you see on his car, that was after lap 1. In fact, he's had his car repaired because he had more damage on board, I'm sure of it. Yeah, but a lot of drivers would have picked up the damage, seen that they're 2 minutes 24 behind, and gone, oh, what's the point? Oh, I'm not going to do any good, and doink, out the lobby they go. Not that that's just happened. That's just the time has run out, so we don't get to see him. But yeah, fair play to Whitty for sticking into that one. Again, a lot of drivers would have just ejected out and not bothered, but he stuck around. Maybe he'll maybe get that car repaired. Maybe not opt for the hard tyre either. That might be a wise choice for him. We'll see though. We'll see. We will see. Right, who have we got in the room? Anybody extra? J. Caesar has joined the room. Okay, another driver then. Whitty, I think, taking that Porsche and slinging it off the nearest bridge. Maybe looking for another car. But yeah, real good race there between Mart and Singularis. That strategy working out for Singularis then, just going for the no stop on the mediums. Oh, it was Ace Killer, I think. Then that must have tagged Roadrunner. It was a bit pushy at the start though. That lap 1, everybody was together coming down the straight. I think it was 3 cars all looking for the same bit of circuit from what I could see from the angle I was at. Admittedly, it was it was a bit of a low angle. There was just headlights pointed at me, but it did look like all 3 of you were trying to get on the same bit of circuit. There you go, you see, Ace Killer just saying, oh, was that you? My bad. His line got cut off, so he was looking for a line. That was blocked, trying to avoid that car in front, and obviously, I assume Roadrunner was looking for the space that Duco was trying to fill, or Ace Killer was trying to fill, so... Unfortunately, that's racing, you know. Maybe a bit of fair play in terms of pulling over and waiting for him, that sort of stuff. Maybe he didn't quite realise who it was, or if anyone had spun off at all. It does happen, it does happen. Last yellow card, Ace Killer. You must drive like a gentleman. He can't, he's Dutch. Oh, just checking my phone. Final warning. My files are going to be deleted, and unless I click this link and install this thing, probably. So delete. So there was race 1. And we have gained another driver. Hopefully Whitty sticks about. I think he's just gone looking for another car. Maybe not getting on with a Porsche. J. Caesar has joined the room as well, so we're just waiting for race 2 to get underway, probably in a couple of minutes. Down for that Vectra. Let's have a party. Whoop whoop. Smoke machine. I've got one of them. got lights. Look, I've got colour changing lights. I can look. It's like a party in here. Look, you're all jealous. You're all jealous. It's like a rave, but without the really loud music. That can be arranged. Yeah, I kind of see Ace Killer's point. You know, if he's trying to get around a driver and another driver comes into him, it's not really his fault, is it? But you know, I do try and be, you know, even though Ace Killer and DIA 3SP Mart are, you know, best mates, I do try and stay as impartial and as fair as I possibly can. Ace Killer knows I'll call him out if I see him do it for real or on purpose or anything like that. So, have we had a call for race to start? No, not yet. Don't forget to stay hydrated, people. Not as warm as it has been, but still, can take it out of you, can't it? Start at 35. Okay, I don't know what that means. Singularis, Miakain, Angazite. Miakain, Angazite. Should we Google that? How are we spelling that? Angazite. What? No, that's not what I said. That's not what I typed at all. Angazite. Spelled that wrong as well. It doesn't help me, it's all just coming up in German. What is this odd site I'm looking at? Come on, translate. None shown to me. Yellow cards, is that what you're saying? I don't know what you're saying in German. Alright, Vectra. Again, it was half a dozen of one and 6 of the other. Let's go, race time. We're back to 3. What? happened there? Okay, race 2 then here at Nordschleife. Another 3 laps. See what strategies are people on. Mediums and softs on only for this race. Whitty's opted for the softs as well. Let's see if that benefits him in this one. Caesar leading though. Lights go on. Held again for an awful long time on that line. Caesar, okay, just staying out of the way, allowing everyone else to come through. Doesn't feel like he deserves pole position. Slots himself in at the back then. That leaves Whitty out front. Vectra second, Roadrunner, sorry, in third, Ace Killer fourth, Jesus in fifth, DIA 3SP Mart in sixth, Singularis seventh, J Caesar on the back of that pack then. Whitty leads. Well, he has opted to stay in this Porsche. Change that tyre option though, so that again maybe that helps him out. A little bit swervy, Whitty. Roadrunner through to second then, Ace Killer through to third. Oh, Vectra's having a mare, he's dropping through the field. Roadrunner past Whitty as well then, running up towards the hairpin. Oh, Whitty's carried far too much speed through there, sticks himself off the track. Oh, and he just tries to stay out of the way as everyone else comes through. Unfortunately, has put him way off the pace again, unfortunately, so no slipstream for him. So back to the front then, new order. Roadrunner now leads, Ace Killer second, Jesus into third, J Caesar in fourth, Martin to fifth, Vectra sixth. Again, terrible first lap for him. Singularis in seventh, and Whitty with that little mistake into the hairpin in eighth, and 6.7 seconds down as well. Sorry, more than that, 8.8. Oh, Ace Killer getting it all wrong somewhere. Stuck it in the wall. He drops himself to the back of the pack. Work to do then for him. Roadrunner then race leader. Jesus through to second. Yes, it is Jesus. J Caesar in third. Martin Singularis having a bit of a punch up for fourth, but Mart has managed to get his way through on those soft mediums on board for Singularis. He's going for that same strategy again. Vectra now sixth, Whitty seventh, and Ace Killer has got to get his way past him again. Starting to close up on Roadrunner here. Jesus and J Caesar, DIA 3SP Mart just in the background of that one. There he is. Top four then pretty close. Porsche, followed by the BMW in fourth. Not gaining from the slipstream down here, Jesus. Caesar looking for a way past him behind. Everybody through there cleanly again. Let's jump to the back of this pack. We're on board with DIA 3SP Mart in fourth. He looks to find a way past J Caesar. Both cars, third and fourth. Rear tyres letting go a little bit there. Caesar only just gets himself into the banked part of the carousel. Big gaps behind Mart then, 5.7 seconds back to Singularis. He is on that medium tyre. Mart still looking for a way past J Caesar. A little bit of a gap opened up between Jesus and J Caesar. Again, they've just got to be careful that they don't just allow Roadrunner to escape. Top four starting to break apart a little. that long strategy, going fuel saving, medium tyres, so he won't stop throughout this race unless he sticks it in the wall and picks up all sorts of damage anyway. Vectra then into 6th, Ace Killer past Witty into 7th, Witty in 8th. Fortunately, we just catch him getting himself back on track as well, picking up a little bit of front end damage again. Witty, oh, he's put the power down far too early coming out of that turn as well. Unlucky Witty, unlucky. Runner, Jesus, J. Caesar and Mart all still pretty close, just 2.7 seconds between the top 4. Again, they have broken apart a little bit, all looking to pick up a bit of slipstream on this back straight somewhere. What are the gaps? Roadrunner will just give a little bit of a toe to Jesus. I think J. Caesar are a little bit too far back from Jesus to pick up that toe. He is 1.2 seconds behind, so not picking up a toe for J. Caesar. Mark just outside of that slipstream range as well. Singularis onto the Dottinger now then. Vectra picking up the grass on the way down the Dottinger. Ace Kilo right in his slipstream. Look at how much power they lose. Oh, no damage on board. Vectra, why is your car not sitting at 177 like the other Porsches we've seen? Roadrunner in the pits this lap then. So he's opting to stop early then, get the softs changed. Mart has also done the same thing, he's come in as well. What are they going to do here? They're going to go with another set of softs. Fill that car up. Ace Killer stays out, so Jesus stays out then on the soft tyre. We will have a look at your livery at some point. J. Caesar stays out as well in 2nd. Singularis comes in. Singularis stays out. Ace Killer stays out. Vectra stays out. Roadrunner and Mart taking on board the fuel. Roadrunner being released then, followed by Mart. Witty also into the pits this lap. Okay, let's have a look at Jesus' livery, like I've said I'm going to have a look at 20 times and haven't. Berg. Races 1. PlayStation, some Schwabisch Hepfenbrand or something. Something. If you can read that on his door while he's jigging around like that. Answer on a postcard. So top 2 neck and neck. I've got to take this hat off. Two Porsches then. First and second. Singularis again stopped out on that long strategy in the Mercedes. For the fuel saving and the mediums. Ace Killer hasn't stopped yet. He's on a semi-worn set of soft tyres, a little bit of front end damage, has had to work his way through the field after making a mistake in lap 1. Vectra in 5th, no damage on board for him. Roadrunner released from pits, then gone for the medium tyres for the second stint. Mart opting to stay with the softs here then. So he'll get 2 laps out of those softs, and they obviously will be quicker than Roadrunner's tyres. First part of this second stint at least as well, got down to 2.7 seconds, so he's already made up half a second plus. Again, Witty, Witty didn't stop the tyres. Strange strategy from Witty, maybe just playing. Jesus and J. Caesar neck and neck still, just 1.2 seconds between them. Is that meant to be a Christmas list on the side of that Berg thing? Singularis has got Ace Killer 5.9 seconds behind him. Again, not travelling super fast, Ace Killer. He has lost a bit of top end power with the damage he's holding. Loses a little bit of oomph from that BMW. Vectra holding that 5th then. Roadrunner 6. Mart still trying to close up and overtake him. Down to 2.9 seconds. Witty after being released. 49 seconds down. A little bit more time through there, Jesus. 1.8 seconds from J. Caesar. Awesome Metallica livery on that Porsche. There's all sorts of bands in there. Ah, J. Caesar, keep it on track. The Mastodon on the front. So loses a big chunk of time then to Jesus in front that time now. 2.9 seconds between race leader and second place. And Singularis holding that 3rd position at the minute. Starting to get a little bit misty here at Nordschleife. It's just going to dampen the track up a little bit, change conditions a teensy amount. 3rd at the minute, Ace Killer then 4th, Vectra still 5th, Roadrunner 6th, Mark not closed up on him really, 2.4 seconds behind him. Witty still ripping around but losing a bit of time unfortunately. Real battles happening in a minute. These two, 2.5 seconds apart. Singularis out on his own really. Ace Killer's not closing up on him. Vectra not closing up on Ace Killer. Probably here the closest bit of racing. 1.8 seconds between Roadrunner and Mark behind him. Close up through there for Mart. There's a little bit more time through there, Roadrunner. Shifting around some of these corners as well, just trying to stabilise the car. As it's going around the turn while he's sticking the throttle down. Gap has dropped back down to 1.9 seconds. Drivers are starting to drop in the pits now then. Jesus comes in, J. Caesar comes in. Singularis will bypass straight past the pit entrance. Continue on his way on those mediums. Again, just, he's got loads of time. He's going to have a massive gap. Could be 2 wins for 2 here with Singularis. Strategy seems to be working out tonight. Yeah. Top 2 drivers are only just having fuel put in their car. Ace Killer drops himself in the pits this lap as well. Look at this, Singularis. Vectra comes through, he's got 11.7 seconds gap. I think Vectra behind him is on that same strategy. So he won't be able to close up. He's got less fuel on board as well, Vectra. I hope he's played his cards right and he doesn't run out of fuel along the back straight. He's got Jesus Media, who's out of the pits now, 7.2 seconds behind him. Fresh set of softs, plenty of fuel on board. Roadrunner follows him through. Fresh set of mediums, warm set of mediums on for him. Came in a lap ago. Plenty of fuel, as has DIA 3SP Mart on those softs. Now right behind him. They will be closing up with the drivers in front as well. Oh, a little mistake there by Mart. They will close up on Jesus in front. Jesus actually making a Oh no, sorry, no, he's not made a mistake, sorry, no, it's me. They are closing up on Jesus here. Oof, little twitchy out of that corner for Mart again. This is final lap now then, and it is Singularis that's out front. Second time this evening. 12.5 a second the lead. Looking good in the stealth out Mercedes. Vectra in the Porsche. Not able to close up on Singularis in front again. He's on that medium tyre, no stop strategy. Down to quarter of a tank though. I don't know whether he's got enough fuel to last him. Jesus, on a fresh set of softs, hunting him down, just 3.3 seconds behind him. We have got Roadrunner and DIA 3SP Mart. These two within touching distance of each other. Looking to close up on Jesus, well, just 2.9 seconds behind him. He has got that fresh tyre to play with though. Now out on his own. Was second, now sixth due to that pit stop. Fresh soft on board, maybe overfueled a little bit. J Caesar. Let's Killer back out the pits in the seventh. Fresh tyre, plenty of fuel. As well. Blowing a set of softs here. Look at the state of them, they're going to be absolutely destroyed by the time he crosses the line. But definitely getting better. He's only a minute behind everybody else on track. He was 2.5 minutes behind last race, so he's found something here at Nords. Race 2 at least. Singularis then maintains that 13-second lead. Jesus through to second. Roadrunner through to third. Mart through to fourth. Everybody working their way past Vectra then. Again on that slower strategy. Yeah, his tyres. His tyres, not his tyres. His fuel is looking ridiculously low. Mart really struggling here on those warm softs. Vectra looking to come past him here on the run up to the carousel. Slow out of that turn then for Mart. J Caesar in that sixth position. Can he close up on Vectra? 9.7 seconds behind him. Again, we are on this final lap. Ace Killer a long way down, 19 seconds behind J Caesar. No chance for him without mistakes and crashes from drivers in front. And Whitty, Whitty damage free until just now. He's got half a second penalty and a big dent on his car. Okay, time starting to fall, but still got 10.7. Oh, Singularis still got 10.7 less than now. 10.7 seconds ahead of Jesus. I don't think he's got enough corners or pace to close that gap down before the race finish, before the checkered flag. Roadrunner then holding third. Little mistakes on those warm tyres for Mart cost him the hunt for that third place with Roadrunner. Vectra falls off the back of that 4 as well. Now 3.8 seconds behind. J Caesar just 4.5 seconds behind him, is bringing that gap down. Whether it's enough before the checkered flag is yet to be seen. Ace Killer mistake in lap 1. Whitty with that penalty as well. Singularis then onto the Dottinger straight. Can he open up the taps? He's got 6.5 seconds lead over Jesus. Should be plenty enough up here, even if he is fuel saving. Not anymore. That Mercedes getting itself up to the 177, 178 marks. Tells me he's opened the taps up on this final straight then. to be the strategy of choice tonight. It seems to be working. Well, it does for Singularis at least. Past the pit entrance, just a final corner to go then for Singularis, and it's a 2 out of 2 tonight for him. Race 1 win and race 2 win here tonight then for Singularis. Jesus Media comes across the line. He takes second, literally out of fuel. Roadrunner coming home in third. DIA 3SP Mark right behind him in fourth. J Caesar taking home 5th position. Didn't get himself past Vectra then. Vectra finding another wall here. Vectra taking 6th. Ace Killer coming home in 7th. And just Witty left to go. Willie crossed the line this time. Oh, look at the lines he's taken. Full tilt. Looks like that's exactly how he's been racing as well. Absolutely full tilt everywhere. Into the walls, into the trees, into the drivers maybe. Lots of dents on those on the front end of that car. Now, Witty, having to do all this sort of stuff, unfortunately, is just using fuel. I don't know whether he's got enough to spank the whole length of the Dottinger. Bondo, evening. Not racing tonight, Bondo? Oh, no, obviously not. Yeah, I think Witty is going to run out of fuel, maybe. Again, unfortunately now he's 2 minutes behind the rest of the field, so he might not even get to see the end of this race. See him drifting across track again. No, Witty! There we go. We don't get to see him. What a shame. There he is then, Singularis, top spot again. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. There he is, up top then, Singularis, Jesus taking 2nd, Roadrunner 3rd, Mart 4th, J Caesar 5th, Vectra 6th, Ace Killer 7th, and Witty in 8th. So, two out of 2 then for Singularis. Lost a Mart. Is he coming back? Who knows? Who knows indeed? How are we all doing tonight anyway, people? Are we alright? Bondo's obviously alright. He's sitting in Italy. I bet it's quite nice over there at this time of night. Hopefully you're sitting on a veranda or like in a cafe with your phone on at full blast. And everyone's looking at you, which means they're looking at me. Which is a good thing. Subscribe, Dark Smoker. Go. Okay, race 3 going to kick off at 5 past. Down to 7 drivers again though, unfortunately. Mark leaving the room. Nobody looking to fill his place. Plenty of room, people, if you're listening and not in. Go find Vectra's lobby. Or if you're friends with me, obviously search for friends and get in this one. It is an open, it's not invite only or anything daft like that. Don't forget to click that like button, people. Let's have a refresh, shall we? 3. That's better. That's better. That's better. Oh, it's a bit red tonight, isn't it? That bit red. It's a bit red. a bit red. There we go. There we go. See, disco lights and smoke machines. Look, I've got it all. I haven't got strobes. I could just turn the PC screens on and off or something. Set up a strobe on my phone. That's what I could do. That's what I could do, isn't it? I'm not going to do that. Back next weekend, says Bondo, with a fresh tan. More relaxed than ever, no doubt. Yeah, always better with more drivers on track. Obviously, a lot more to look at. You know, a track of this size, once they're spread out and they're racing on their own, obviously it's every man for themselves. But more often than not, you'll find a couple of drivers together somewhere. Obviously, the more drivers, the more chance you've got of that happening. Quite surprised, to be honest. This when I first commentated on these lobbies, you were lucky to get in the damn things. They were having to literally kick people out to let me in. That's how busy it was, and even drivers who were sort of weekly regulars were sort of having to wait for spots to become available, just having to hang about, really. Yeah, shame to see it drop to low numbers for this one. Hopefully we get them all back. Obviously Bondo giving us the shout that he'll be back next week. So at least that's one extra driver. So a couple of minutes until race 3 start then. We usually get about 4 races in a night. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, we usually get about 4 races in a night. Two hours is plenty for me to be streaming, I think. He says yawning. So I'm assuming the sound is coming through okay when the racing was obviously happening, because nobody's telling me it's not. Right, minute away then. That's somebody else rejoining the room. Who is that? Or somebody joining the room. N9QMR. Okay. And more. W33D Smog 01. Half the moon at the top. What on earth are you talking about, N9QMR? Smiling Speedster. Why are they all suddenly appear? Are you listening? And then, oh yeah, okay, there's room. I'll get in. Why all of a sudden have we got three randomers joining the room? Please tell me it's you've been listening or watching and you've suddenly decided to get in. That'd be awesome. A Smiling Speedster we've seen before. You boys are in just in time. You better be quick though, W33, and choose a car. Otherwise, you won't be in. There you go. Quick! You'll be running round He'll be running around at the back of the pack. W33, quick, get a car! Oh, I bet he's not even clicked the green tick. Here we go then. Race 3 about to kick off with no W33D. No, he's left the room. Right, here it is then. Who is up front this time? It is Whitty leading the pack. New drivers end up at the back of the pack. Now, how long are they going to be held on the line this time? Is everyone else going to have seen the medium tyre strategy of Singularis and opt for that one? Caesar opting for a different car this time. He's gone for the Lamborghini. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong driver. Gets himself through to second then. Roadrunner third. Vectra in fourth. Changing the livery for race 3. Ace Killer in fifth. Jesus in sixth. There is Singularis seventh on that medium strategy again. N9 and QMR in eighth. Soft tyres in the BMW. Smiling Speedster also in the BMW on that soft tyre. Aboard with race leader Whitty then. Oh, he's driven off track. Oh, no, no, it's absolute chaos. It's absolute chaos. There's cars spinning around left, right and centre. Rover has been tagged again. Whitty's been tagged. J. Caesar has got himself through that chaos. What a shame. Whitty then just carrying a little bit too much speed through that corner. Stuck two wheels on the grass. Couldn't do anything, just the back ends let go. He started spinning round and it just pirouetted him across the track into the path of other drivers. I'm sure there's more than Roadrunner with a little bit of damage through that one as well. Yeah, look, J. Caesar picked up a big pile of front end damage. Unfortunately, it's damage on hard, which means a trip to the pits to get that repaired. Smiling Speedster free of damage, as is Singularis. Jesus free of damage. N9 QMR already through to third via that chaos. Free of damage. Vectra free of damage, and Ace Killer free of damage. So yeah, 3 drivers tangled up in that then. Did think J. Caesar had managed to get through, but obviously not. Ace Killer then leads 1.4 seconds. So we just watch N9 QMR. Has he? No, he hasn't. Oh yes, he has, sorry. Just gets his way past Vectra. To second place then. Slow through there. So Ace Killer leads then 1.4 seconds. And 9 QMR chasing him down. Vectra in third, being harassed by Jesus. Oh, he's not quite able to go for the move through there. Vectra making that Porsche as wide as he possibly can. Nowhere to go for Jesus through here either. Vectra. A little bit naughty, I'd say, blocking the track almost. You know, okay, there's one thing to leaves the door open now. Then Singularis gets through easily. Still side by side running up here for Vectra and Singularis. Singularis does just squeeze his way through though. Gets pushed to fifth then. There's J. Caesar, the first of the drivers tangled up in that punch-up. Ends up with a load of front end damage for J. Caesar, unfortunately. Still pressing in that Lamborghini though. Smiling Speedster, a little bit of front end damage on board for him. Oh, we're just missing position, swapping almost side by side for these two as Caesar finds his way past Vectra. Yeah, Smiling Speedster with that little bit of damage. A fair way down now as well. And Witty finds himself in the back again with all the damage on. What a shame. We have lost Roadrunner now then. Again, been tangled up in 2 incidents tonight. Obviously, enough is enough for him. Is Ace Killer leading, N9 QMR in second. Close that gap up on him as well in the second BMW. The question is, does he quite realise the strategy needed here? Still hanging on to Ace Killer. Get his pit right, does he take on board the right fuel? Do you remember to pit? Ace Killer under threat for the lead of this race then currently. N9 QMR all over the back of him. Be in a good position to attack when they get onto the Dottinger straight for sure. Losing a little bit of time out of that. Just about keeps himself in slipstream range coming around this last corner. Just. Closing up then, 0.6 of a second. 3, 4, maybe 5 miles an hour quicker with that slipstream than the BMW's standard speed. They hit about 177. I've seen this thing hit about 181, 182. Not quite able to get past him as they run back up the hill. Now, what's Ace Killer going to do? Is he going to pit now or is he going to carry on? He's going to carry on, as is N9 QMR. Battle on here then for first. Let's run through the rest of the pack then. So Ace Killer still leads, N9 QMR second, Jesus in third. Come on camera, you stupid thing. Singularis in fourth. J Caesar comes in the pits then from fifth. He's got a bit of that front end damage he needs to repair. Smiling Speedster. And on that back straight, what are you going to do? Could potentially carry on. That's not a massive amount of damage. Does bypass the pits, which as well. We'll wait and see what he does. Oh, so whatever happened around those first few turns. Oh, there it is. Oh, come on. N9 QMR was having a good race. Made one mistake at the start of lap 2, and he's quit from an absolute wet blanket. Being closed up a little bit by Jesus Media, but you know, nothing to stop him carrying on with this race. He could have closed that gap back up. Annoying. Jesus then through to second. Singularis in third in that medium tyre strategy. Long nose stopping Mercedes. Vectra have gone for that same strategy again in race 3 here then. Smiling Speedster on the softs, not stopped. J Caesar has had to stop. He's got fresh set of softs on, full tank of fuel and damage repaired now, so can run the rest of this race without stopping. He's 58 seconds behind the race leader, but he has got that fresh tyre he can really push with now. Witty released from the pits then, damage repaired, full tank of fuel, fresh set of softs on board for him as well. This is looking pretty good for Ace Killer at the moment. 6.5 seconds lead over Jesus. Again, big gaps on this track. Caesar actually on that fresh tyre, all over the back of Smiling Speedster. Oh, he's got more damage. It was just a little bit of front end damage. Unfortunately now it's front and rear. He does pull over though, allows J Caesar to go through, so J Caesar takes 5th position. Smiling Speedster quite happy to be dropped to 6th, knows that J Caesar is quicker than him with all the damage he's carrying. He's just got to keep it out of that wall and hope that Witty 03 doesn't close up on him. But yes, big gaps here at Nordschleife in race 3. And that's the, like I say, that's the thing, when you drop down to, it's about this many, any less than this, and it's just not worth me commentating. It really isn't. Yeah, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of format you have it in, what track you've got, what cars you've got. The field just breaks up, and it doesn't become racing. It just becomes laps for people, and especially here at Nordschleife. I mean, look, 6 seconds. I can imagine J Caesar is probably 6 to 8 seconds ahead of Smiling Speedster already. And there you go, 6 seconds ahead of him. So the gaps are, the gaps are massive. Nobody's actually racing anybody at the minute. Which is a little bit annoying for me, and I'm sure it's very annoying for you lot. We like a bit of bumper to bumper action, a bit of sideways, door banging, that kind of stuff, but yeah, not enough drivers on the track for that one in Nords. So is going for that no stopper again then. 15 seconds behind race leader. They will be stopping at the end of this lap as well. Majority of everybody else, not Vectra. He's gone for the no stop as well. Has got himself a little bit of damage on board though. J Caesar missed the carousel. No softs to good work though. Fortunately, 34 seconds he's got to close up to the next driver, which is Vectra. Smiling Speedster, 8 seconds behind, and Witty another minute back. Everybody just out on their own at the minute. Okay, we'll do some bumper cam action with race leader Ace Killer then as he hits the dotting up. So he should be in at the end of this lap. Well, he will be in at the end of this lap. He's not got enough fuel to finish this race off, and his tyres certainly won't like him if he decides not to come in. Just see the faint outline of a set of headlights. That's how far back everybody is from Ace Killer. Jesus follows him in then. Singularis won't stop. Why is it saying yellow? Oh no, Jesus! Jesus! What's happening, Jesus? Oh no, what an absolute nightmare for him. So Ace Killer gets released then. Oh. He's now 13 seconds behind race leader. Gets out just in front of Vectra there, who hasn't stopped. Doesn't need to either, well, unless he runs out of fuel, and he should have stopped. So it's almost a repeat of what we had in race 1. It was Mart, I think, chasing down Singularis for the win in race 1, and now it's Ace Killer doing the same thing on Singularis. His fuel looking good this time, still got a third of a tank on. We're already a few 100,000 yards or whatever into this lap. Plenty of fuel on, so full push then from Ace Killer to try and bring that time down. 11.8 seconds the gap currently. Vectra will fall back again. He's got a little bit of damage, plenty of fuel on, but those tyres slightly worn. He's still got to do a bit of fuel saving maybe. No, J Caesar! No, J Caesar! Oh, he's got front end damage as well. Decided not to stop, stopped it lap 1. He was just going to run the rest of the race out. Luckily holds on to 4th position, but he's now got to chase down Vectra. Oh, he's not going to chase down Vectra. He's 37 seconds up the road. Might just have to settle for 4th then, but he has got Jesus behind him, who's got a fresh set of softs on. Loads of fuel to finish this race. So we could see an overtake then between Jesus and J Caesar. Terrible pit stop though, J Caesar. Smiling Speedster back out the pits. Damage repaired, a fresh set of boots, plenty of fuel. Witty deciding not to fuel up, not to repair, just to take on board a bit of fuel. No tyres either. Okay, just over the 1/3 of the way around this circuit. Singularis still holds 8.4 seconds lead over Ace Killer. Close between Mart and Singularis in race 1 as well. 1.5 seconds I believe the gap as they cross the line. Can Ace Killer get that any smaller? Can he overtake him before the end of this race? Vectra all on his own at the minute, 10 seconds behind Ace Killer, 35 seconds ahead of J Caesar. He's worried about keeping himself ahead of this man here, Jesus, who's now just 1.7 seconds behind him on this final lap. Who's WhatsApping me? Super 6. I don't need to be looking at Super 6 right now. So let's get a little bit of on board with Jesus then as he hunts down J Caesar. 1.1 seconds the gap. Fresh tyre versus a worn tyre here between these two. Oh, J Caesar pushes it deep into that turn. Nearly sticks some wheels on the grass. That allows Jesus to close up on him. Just keeping an eye on those names at the top of that list as well. Singularis is still out front, but look at this. Jesus closing up on J Caesar down this straight. J Caesar knows he can't match the pace. He's holding a little bit of front end damage as well. Jesus just swoops past him, takes that 4th. Oof, he's also just run himself off circuit there. Gets away without any damage, but it does bring J Caesar back into the fray. Not for long though, I can imagine. Once he's got the power down and that thing stable again, Jesus, those softer tyres will just slowly but surely pull him away from J Caesar behind him. Now let's have a look here. Singularis gap down to 2 seconds. 1.9. Ace Killer pressing now then. There is Singularis just in front, through the dip, through the double right hander. A little bit closer than Mart was. In fact, that gap almost down to slipstream range already. And it is. Look at the speed Ace Killer's carrying on Singularis here. Keeping away past him. Could quite easily wait until the Dottinger straight. Hasn't got to force his way past him now. Oh, Singularis missed the mini carousel. Look at that, Ace Killer almost up the inside of him there. Let's have a little look up the inside here as well. Oh, just caught. Singularis backs off the power. Now goes for the move then, gives him that position back. Make it as hard as possible, but I think Ace Killer is just going to carry the speed up here. Probably a mile an hour difference between them, if that. Back in the slipstream range then for Singularis, but Ace Killer just staying ahead. He's looking to try and get back up the inside somewhere here then Singularis, but it's looking better and better for Ace Killer. Just the final corner to go then, and it is going to be Ace Killer that comes home to take the win in race 2. Not quite able to do 3 out of 3 then for Singularis. He has to settle for second in race 3. Vectra is going to come home in third. Say that as Jesus is coming up behind him pretty rapidly, but he's still 8.7 seconds behind, so it is going to be Vectra that comes home in third without barring any mistakes into a wall here. Avoids all walls then, comes home to take that third position. Jesus ran that final corner as well, comes home to take fourth. J. Caesar will take fifth, not too far behind after all, even with that little bit of damage. Worn tyres, so 5.7 seconds behind him in the end for J. Caesar. Fifth place. Smiling Speedster will take sixth. Again, whether we see these two come across the line, and Whitty as well. They are a fair way down at the minute, a minute back. This whole dotting a straight to go. Imagine Singularis is a bit miffed with that one. He would have liked 3 out of 3, possibly even 4 out of 4 tonight if he'd have played his cards right. Smiling Speeds then, just the final corner to go for him. Ooh. Does he make it? Yes, he does. Is just Whitty we're waiting for. No! Oh, we catch Whitty again. Too much speed around that turn. And yeah, we don't get to see him finish another race, unfortunately. Sorry, Whitty. Different set of overalls for you lot to look at then. Race 3 winner then. Ace Killer takes the win from Singularis, who was looking for 3 of 3 so far. Not quite able to do it though on that medium no stopper. There they are then. Ace Killer at the top, Singularis right behind him then second, Vectra third, Jesus in fourth, J. Caesar fifth, Smiling Speedster sixth, Whitty seventh, Roadrunner DNF'd after getting taken out with the crash and the first few turns really. Andre, evening. I think we've got another one to go. Whitty, what? J. Caesar. Oh, look, J. Caesar. Look, you got it wrong. Dipped a wheel on the sand. Around he went. And you know what it's like, you have got zero control. You may as well just let go of everything when it's spinning around, because you know it doesn't matter what you do, it's not doing anything. You're not changing its trajectory at all. It's just bouncing off walls and it'll stop when it stops. And unfortunately it took out J. Caesar and it took out Roadrunner. Well, he's not left the lobby, he has stayed. Almost, says Ace Killer to Singularis. Almost, nearly 3 out of 3. That strategy does seem to be working though. Again, does Singularis just need to open those taps up, take the fuel saving off when he's got drivers so close behind him on that back straight? Just open it up. You know, obviously he's risking it in terms of fuel and that sort of stuff. So he pushed you out on purpose. Oh, did he? Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't know if you were on about the incident at the start where he spun off track. I didn't see any other incident of him sending you, bro. Apologies. Yeah, I thought you were referring to the incident at the start, which he literally had no control over. Unless that was the same incident. Which I can say, from the angle I was watching, it just looked like he was spinning off track and he took you lot out. But, you know, again, hindsight is a wonderful thing. So one more race to go then. Same format, GR3 cars. We have got 8 drivers in the lobby again. Roadrunners stuck around. Hopefully we can get everyone around lap 1 cleanly. Nobody gets pinned to the wall, and we can get some decent racing going. 4 more minutes then. Do I film some golf tomorrow? Do I? Do I film some golf? Put it on the channel? Depends how good the golf is. The boys and I are talking about maybe starting a second channel. Maybe more mountain bike related. Maybe golf related, not quite sure yet. Maybe a bit of both. Maybe a bit of both. What do you think? Would you watch it? It would just be me and the boys talking crap, most of it. Probably thinking about starting to stream some GTA 6 when that comes out as well. I want some online shenanigans with that. So final race of the evening coming up then. Oh, one more driver. Strum 0724. Okay. I'm going to guess, this is just a guess here, but your whole name is Stromberg and you were probably born on the 24th of the 7th. Just a guess. Oh, another driver joins us. Whoa, could be 10. Memsh. Okay, 2 more drivers. You better choose a car quick again, Memch. Our drivers, unfortunately, missed out because they haven't got a car. W33D being that man. Right, let's have a quick refresh and see if you lot are clicking that like button or not. No. Swines. Still only got 3. Come on, Memch. Come on, Memch. Pick a car. Pick a car, Memch. here, Kakar. Strom's gone for the pink Porsche with a great big gaping mouth on it. Looking to chew up some tarmac here then. Come on, Memphis. That's it. You're going to miss. You're going to miss it. Stay hydrated, people. Memphis is not going to be in this race. Nope. There he is. Missed. Hang around all you want, Memphis, but after this one, my stream is finished. Memphis has left the room. There we go then. That's not what you're meant to be doing. That's what you're meant to be doing. Okay, so it is going to be Roadrunner that leads us out then for the final race of the evening, race 4, followed by new driver Strom 0724. Lights go on then. And they get away. Should be a good race for Roadrunner if he can get away from the rest of the pack. Fast driver, he's just been tangled up in a few of the races tonight. First place for him then. Strom in second, Whitty third, J Caesar in fourth, Smiling Speedster fifth, Jesus in sixth, Vectra in seventh, Singularis eighth, and Ace Killer in ninth. Slow start from him. Just waiting for the chaos to unfold and a few of these drivers to pin each other off. Hopefully we don't see that in this final race of the evening. Roadrunner has already pulled a great big gap though. Look at this, 2.6 seconds between him and Strom. Caesar in third, then chasing down the Porsche. Closing up pretty quickly as well here. Again, Strom, if you haven't realised, it's a 750 pp limit. Not have your car. Oh, a little bit of contact between those two. Strom actually just trying to stay out of the way and allow J Caesar to come through, but they're both making a bit of a hash of it, to be honest. No threat from behind them, but unfortunately this whole time it's just allowing Roadrunner to escape. He's probably 3.5 if not 4 seconds up the road. Oh, Strom getting it wrong through there. He ends up on the grass. As well, possibly got away with damage with that one. Didn't look like it was a hard impact. Let's catch up with him. Where is he? Oh, a little bit of rear end damage, unfortunately. Oh, he's on the hards as well. I hadn't realised. He's gone for the long no stopper. So Roadrunner 4.5 second lead then over J Caesar. J Caesar has another 5 seconds over Singularis. All kicking off here in this midfield pack then. Singularis in third. Jesus just taking fourth. Ace Killer looking for a way past though. Smiling Speedster tucked into his slipstream as well. Closing up on J Caesar here. 5.0, they're not. Singularis has opted for a different strategy as well in this final race. He's gone for the soft tyres. Let's see if that works out for him. Okay, so Roadrunner then making it look easy so far. 5 seconds, oh sorry, 4.5 second lead over J Caesar. Off here again. Oh my days, what is happening? Why are cars spawning in and out of each other? No idea what was happening there. How are cars spawning inside of each other? I don't know. They were all there together. None of them should have been ghosting out. How bizarre. How bizarre. Road runner, totally aware of what's going on behind him. 4.5 seconds up the road. Again, just making it look nice and easy. J. Caesar, why don't you like that banked turn? It's so much quicker. Still doing alright. Ace Killer has found himself through to third position. Singularis in fourth then. Again, he's opted for that different strategy in this final race tonight. He's gone for the medium no stopper for the first three races, sorry. And this final race, he's opted for the soft tyre strategy. Interesting to see what he does then at the end of this lap. Does he come in? Or does he try and do 2 laps on those? Being harassed by Jesus at the minute for that 4th position. Vectra 6. He's gone for that medium tyre, no stop option again. Found himself with a little bit of damage on board though. Smiling Speedster after we saw him ghosting. Again, no idea what was happening there. He's in 7th. Witty in 8th. Again, Witty, all the damage. He's found all the walls again here. Roadrunner making a couple of little mistakes here. J. Caesar chopping a little bit of time out of him. It's about half a second out of race leader. There he is. Interesting to see what the top speed of both of these cars is along that Dottinger straight. Runner just heading up towards that one now. See then, what's he going to do? Top speed 160, 170, 175, 177, 178, 79, just teetering at 180. Oh, a little bit slower for the Lamborghini behind, so the Porsche pulls a tiny little bit ahead of J. Caesar. Now, what are we going to do? Pit options here. Will Roadrunner opt to come in now? Yes, he does. J. Caesar. Oh, I thought he was coming in. He isn't. He's staying out. Ace Killer towards these last few turns. What's his pit option going to be? He stays out as well. Jesus stays out, as does Singularis. Vectra a long way off that pit line at the minute. So Roadrunner is going to fill up with fuel, stick a fresh set of tyres on, and then run the rest of the race. See where Vectra's in as well in this lap. Oh no, Vectra's done what was it Jesus did in the previous race. Stuck himself in the wall and has pinned himself. Oh no, no! Oh, it's all going wrong for Vectra. It's resetting to track. It's going to allow him back in the pits. Yes, it is, but oh no, it's not. Oh my God, it's all gone wrong for him. That's his race in the bin, pretty much. The only person he might be is Witty here. Vectra has had to stay out then, unfortunately. J. Caesar then now leads the race, 7 seconds over Ace Killer. In 3rd, Singularis in 4th, Roadrunner then back at the pits in 5th, fresh set of tyres, full tank of fuel, 34 seconds behind J. Caesar, race leader. So we'll be very fast on this lap, but the next lap not so much. Vectra then unable to get in the pits. Picks up lots of damage in the process as well. Smiling Speedster managed to get, oh sorry, was it Smiling Speedster? Someone went past him. Someone drove into the pits. Oh, I bet it was Smiling Speedster because he's back out pits with fresh tyres. Whitty also in the pits now. Again, all that damage to repair. All looking good for Jay Caesar at the moment. 7.4 seconds lead over Ace Killer. Jesus 3.9 seconds behind him as well. Top 3 on the soft tyre. Sorry, top 4 on the soft tyre. Not stopped yet either, none of the top 4. Roadrunner has stopped. Making up a little bit of time on Jay Caesar, race leader as well. Takes a second out of him on those fresh tyres. Not too bad here then for Jay Caesar. Oh! Commentator's curse kicks in and he spins off and nearly sticks it in the wall. Wow. Seems to happen a lot, that does. Say drivers are doing alright and the next thing you know we catch them spinning around. Again, big gaps out here at Nordshliefe. Oh, Whitty, we catch him spinning it into a wall again. So Jay Caesar maintains that 7+ second lead. Almost likes the carousel. Almost. Still got 7.6 seconds over. Sorry, it is 7.6 over Ace Killer. More actually. Ace Killer's tyres have had a bit more of a beating than Jay Caesar's. Fuel very different though. Ace Killer's got a lot more fuel on board. Could all change in the pits then. There's Jesus just behind Ace Killer, just 1.5 seconds behind him. Closing up actually here. 0.8 back. Good toe on the straighter sections here then. Looking to take that second position off of Ace Killer. Just 0.6 behind him. Nobody to threaten him behind. Jay Caesar 7 seconds up the road from this battle. Singularis another 10 seconds behind these two. Everybody else pretty much spread apart at the moment. Full speed down here then, so fast they're hitting curves, the car's lifting up on two wheels. Jesus in a good spot to go for the move here. Stay with Ace Killer onto the Dottinger straight. Should be able to use the slipstream to overtake him. It's close. Oh, it gets a good exit out of there though. 0.6 of a second still the gap. Time will come down rapidly. Now he's in the slipstream. Both of these drivers and Jay Caesar will enter the pits for fresh tyres and fuel. Jesus then going for the move on Ace Killer. Let's get past him. Porsche just seems to be a little bit quicker than the BMW at top end. Again, they are all coming in the pits now though. Jay Caesar is in, literally out of fuel. Jesus in them. Ace Killer in. He's actually holding the most fuel, so that might benefit him on the exit. Singularis up towards the pits as well. He should be coming in for fuel and tyres. And does so. Here is Roadrunner then, so he can run the rest of the race. Bypasses the pit entrance. Starts lap 3. think Ace Killer is just going to get out in front of Jay Caesar here. Oh. Where are they? They are. It is Ace Killer out by a blim. He's out in ahead of Jay Caesar. Now they have got their work cut out for them. The gap 11.7 seconds up the road to now race leader Roadrunner. Still plenty of life left in those soft tyres. He's got plenty of fuel on board as well, so no fuel saving needed for Roadrunner. He can press this thing all the way to the line. The only thing that might catch him out is the warm tyres. Probably at the latter stages of this lap. Boys on the fresh tyres will be pushing. They are slightly lighter as well, slightly less fuel on board, I think, for the pair of them. Jay Caesar, oh, fast through there, almost slides that Lamborghini out of existence. Jesus then in fourth, 4.9 seconds back after his pit stop. Solaris in fifth. Jumped by Jesus. Smiling Speedster in sixth. Not stopped this time. A little bit of damage on the front end. Vectra in the pits, just being released now himself. Doesn't go for tyres, but does take on board fuel. And Witty, just one more wheel to get, and that's the full collection of damage he picked up. In fact, he's still on lap 2. Everybody else is on lap 3. Oh, Roadrunner quick through there. Time is falling down to 10 seconds already. Fresher tyres making the mark early on then. Has Ace Killer undercooked it on the fuel? No, I don't think he has. I think he's got plenty on. Don't know whether he's going to be able to bring that time down enough between himself and Roadrunner to make a move for the lead. Jay Caesar still harassing him behind as well. Oof, Ace Killer lights the rears up through there. That gives, still side by side. Ace Killer able to outbrake. Change that camera up. Does get his way through then. Little mistake from Ace Killer, just allowed Jay Caesar to carry the speed. Then trying to defend to come into the next corner, just allowed Jay Caesar to stick one on the inside of him. Into second he goes, still 11.7 though between him and race leader, so it's looking better and better for Roadrunner here. That gap was at 11.7 by the time they left the pits. They have got it down to 10 seconds. But the battling has slowed them down a little bit more. Gap up to 12 seconds now then. All tyres, no issue here then for Roadrunner. Just taking it a little bit easy where it needs to. Not having that thing spin up. Light the rears up and have him spinning round. Caesar holding on to that second. Can Ace Killer get that one back up him? There is Jesus just in the background of that fight as well, 2.9 seconds behind. Solaris unfortunately 17 seconds down. Should have stuck with a medium tyre no stopper strategy. It seemed to be working out for you for the rest of the night. Smiling Speedster another 45 seconds behind him, again holding a little bit of front end damage for Smiling Speedster. Vectra front and rear end damage for him. He went for the long no stopper as well, but it's not worked out for him tonight. And Witty only just starts lap 3 unfortunately. Again, if you're fresh to Nurburgring, it is a very difficult track to learn. So many corners. If you're not used to this track, a lot of them look the same. It's just armour coloured grass, so you have to know which corners you're at precisely to get this one right. It takes a long time to learn. Okay, slight mistake then by Roadrunner. That gap fallen from 11.7 down to 8.7 seconds. So still making mistakes then on his final lap with those slightly worn tyres. These two still on the hunt for him, but might be a little bit too late to go for the move for first. They're just going to have to battle it out here. I think Ace Killer was going to go for the move on JC's. He was carrying good speed. Now it's Ace Killer's turn to go for the slipstream move, dotting a straight on JC's up. Look at this, Jesus is not out of this fight yet, 1.4 seconds back. He's only got to make up half a second to get into the slipstream. Doesn't work out, it is going to be Jay Caesar that leads this little pile up straight. There is Roadrunner right up there. There he is. That's everybody else back there, next three. Roadrunner coming home then to take his first win of the evening. It's been his first successful race, to be honest. I think the other three he's been tagged out at some point. Out front, just managed to keep himself out of all the chaos, and he crosses the line to take the win then in race 4. Ace Killer does use the slipstream to get past Jay Caesar, and it's going to be a race to the line here for these two. It is going to be Ace Killer that comes home in second. Jay Caesar takes third. Jesus not quite able to catch up. He takes fourth then. Singularis coming home in fifth. Again, should have stuck with that medium tyre, long run, no stop strategy. Still decent set of results for Singularis tonight. 2 firsts, a second and a fifth. No points involved for this one. It is just all about the glory of the night. Smiling Speedster will take 6. And again, whether we see Vectra and Witty cross the line, I don't know. Ooh. I know I'm tired. Speedster then, the last couple of corners to go for him. Iron Maiden liveried Porsche taking 6th position then in this final race of the evening. And he takes out all the cones for good measure. Who likes the cones anyway? Vectra then up this back straight. Again going for that no stop strategy, almost out of fuel here. 165 miles an hour along that straight because he's fuel saving. He's literally going to cross the line as it runs out. Oh, he hit the cone and went for the jump, but there he goes then. Vectra then trying to launch that Porsche out of the circuit, and unfortunately again I don't think we've seen Witty cross a finish line tonight. He's been so far back. But again, you know, I've got to give him props. He's stuck around. He hasn't just dipped out because it's not going his way. He's done all 4 races. He's crashed lots every lap. Lots every lap. He's always ended up last, but he's always stuck it out, even though he's not finished the race. So fair play, Witty. Yeah, props to you, mate. I'm going to give you some of them. Big up yourself. But that is it in terms of streaming. Whether the lobby stays open and races continue, it looks like they are. We've got new drivers joining in as well. But that's it from me. So just 2 hours of racing on a Ring Calf night. I think that's plenty enough, don't you? But yeah, that's another night done and dusted. Still a few more weeks to go before anything else kicks off in terms of the Thursdays and the Sunday leagues. But we will be back same time, same place next week for another round of Ring Calf, and hopefully we get Bondo in that lobby once he's back from Italy. We'll see. But yeah, that's going to be it from me tonight, people. I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, click the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share it out, all that sort of stuff. Drop a comment on there, but most of all, what I want you to do is tell your mates and tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.